Cave explorations can be thrilling adventures, but what happens when they take a terrifying turn? From eerie whispers to unexplained sightings, these encounters will make you think twice before stepping into the darkness. Here are some of the scariest abandoned cave encounters ever caught on. During a night hike, a hiker spotted a strange cave near the trail and decided to step inside to see what was there. Even though the cave didn't look very safe from the start, curiosity got the best of him. He convinced himself it would be a fun little adventure, but he had no idea what was waiting for him inside. If you've ever heard the saying that animals can sense things we can't, then you'll understand why it was strange that the hiker's dog refused to go any further into the cave. No matter how much he called or encouraged it, the dog wouldn't budge, almost as if it knew something was wrong. However, after noticing that the cave was full of life, the real horror was just beginning, because bats and nocturnal insects weren't the only things living in this cave. Something else was there, something he couldn't see yet, but would soon wish he never had.
Stay behind me. What the fuck is that? Oh shit. Go. Come on, Missy. Come on, Missy.
Although he didn't manage to get a clear shot of the creature, since he had to run away, he still left behind enough evidence for us to wonder what it could have been. To me, it looked like Dracula himself, because what else could it be? The man's reaction, his panic, and most importantly, his dog's refusal to enter the cave make this video one of the strongest pieces of evidence that something unknown is lurking out there, far away from our eyes. And speaking of creepy cave encounters, these two friends found themselves in a cave they had explored countless times before. It was routine for them, nothing unusual, but this time they decided to go a step further, venturing into a part they had never explored before. However, once they got there, they quickly realized they weren't alone in the cave that night. Some creature with glowing eyes was lurking behind one of the rocks, watching them. But as soon as it realized it was being filmed, it seemed to move even closer before the two friends panicked and ran. Was it just a nocturnal animal? Many people think so, but others think that most animals would be more afraid of humans and wouldn't approach them like this. Whatever it was, it left them with one important lesson. Never enter a cave alone at night, or maybe never. In 2016, a YouTuber decided to explore an abandoned mine in Australia, hoping to find something interesting inside. At first, it seemed like just another adventure, but it didn't take long for things to take a terrifying turn. Strange sounds started echoing around him, whispers that felt like someone was speaking directly to him.
Where some of these boards are bending. Do you hear that? Sounds like
At first, he couldn't clearly understand the messages being whispered to him, but then he started hearing something chilling, his own voice carried by the wind. Or at least, that's what he wanted to believe, because the deeper he went into the mine, the worse the sounds became. What started as faint whispers soon turned into something much more disturbing.
Do you hear that? It stopped. Wow.
The man kept telling himself he was imagining things, but deep down, he knew the truth. He shouldn't be there. And the further he went, the harder it became to shake the feeling that he was not alone.
Don't know if that's a bird or I don't know what that is. It almost sounds like snakes, but I've heard some weird stuff in mines, but that is definitely creepy. I don't know what that is.
The most creepy part happened after he left the mine, or at least, we hope he left. Many people have noticed that this YouTuber never uploaded another video after this. Could it be that something followed him out, or worse, that he never truly made it out at all? Did he unknowingly record his final moments inside the mine, or is this all just part of an elaborate mystery? What do you think? These two couples decided that the old mines would be the perfect spot for a unique and adventurous date. They loved exploring new places and weren't afraid of a little thrill. But no matter how daring they were, nothing could have prepared them for what they were about to experience.
Okay, here's another timbered section. And remember, they only timbered in the areas of the tunnel that were prone to collapse. And you can see here how this section, is kind of like that. See all the debris? And it's kind of fractured all through here. That's why they timbered here. What's this?
After walking for almost half an hour, the group finally reached the end of the mine. They knew it was risky to go any further due to the lack of oxygen, so they decided to treat this as their stopping point and turn back.
There is the face of the mine. Zooming into it. That's as far as they got.
One of them decided to record a little more of the dead end, capturing the eerie stillness of the mine. As he filmed, he noticed what seemed to be one of his friends shining their lamp at the far corner of the tunnel. Thinking nothing of it, he turned back toward the entrance to leave. But when he turned, there was no one behind him.
So we're heading back out, but we're going to take this branching tunnel that we skipped on the way in. I'm assuming that X means a dead end or somebody died.
The moment he realized that no one had shined a light on the dead end of the mine, he freaked out. He was sure he had seen another lamp reflecting off the wall, but he was completely alone. Could this strange light be the lingering soul of someone who had died there? One thing is certain, light doesn't appear in places where light shouldn't exist. Would you agree? The man who uploaded this video on YouTube claims that he found a lost phone inside a cave, and if what he says is true, the video on it shows someone's final moments. As creepy as it sounds, the footage itself was more terrifying than any words could ever explain. The posted footage further shows a man discovering something that looked like large, open eggs. At first, it seemed like a one-time find, but as he kept exploring, he realized there were more of them scattered throughout the cave. Whatever they were, they didn't look natural. The man started breaking the eggs with his hands, making noise as he went. He didn't seem to realize the danger, because if these were eggs, that meant something had laid them, and it was only a matter of time before whatever creature they belonged to woke up. Suddenly, a huge creature that looked like a dragon appeared on the video. The man screamed, and the recording cut off. If we believe the person who found the phone and uploaded the video, it means the man never made it out of the cave. The only thing left behind was his phone. Do you think this story is real, or was it just made up for attention? Honestly, it does look a little staged, but then again, how can we be so sure dragons don't exist if we've never seen one? Maybe they're just hiding from us. And if that's the case, this could be a sign that we should start looking for them, or a warning that we should never go into caves. Would you dare to explore an abandoned cave alone? Let us know in the comments.
Always lock your doors. A woman found herself home alone, and those locked doors may have just saved her life from a terrifying encounter.
I just have a couple questions for you. Are you sure? Are you positive? Are you sure? Are you absolutely certain? Sure.
So, who are you?
What? Yeah? Are you sure?
Who are you?
Hey, I just had a couple questions. I just wanted to ask you about AV.
While the homeowner's wife was inside, this unsettling stranger appeared at the door, trying to lure her into letting him in. His voice had an eerie edge to it, as if he had something sinister in mind. Now, just as he was about to leave, her husband's voice intervened.
What I'm looking for is for the girl that's in the house to come out here, because I'm going to rape her and kill her. Do you have her open the door? I'm going to rape and kill the girl.
Instead of scaring this man off, the husband's voice seems to ignite his aggression. The man starts making direct threats toward the woman, escalating from creepy to downright dangerous. As this nightmare unfolds, she calls 911, hoping for help to arrive before he does anything worse. Fortunately, he left without any more incidents, but the woman, as you can imagine, was terrified. On Thursday morning, Las Vegas police arrested a suspect after a citizen in the area recognized the man in the doorbell camera video circulating online. The man remained unidentified and was booked into the Clark County Detention Center as John Doe's on the charges of stalking, coercion, and obstructing a police officer. A somewhat happy ending to a traumatic story, but this just shows how safe you nowadays need to be. Always keep your doors locked, folks. Up next, we have a spine-chilling moment where a woman receives what seems to be a warning from beyond while playing fetch with her dog. Did you catch that? Let's slow down the video and enhance the audio to get a closer listen. There it is. The reason behind her reaction. It sounds like a faint, slow whisper saying something like "get out." Even her dog seems to sense the strange presence, immediately rushing back to her side. Now the real question, should she heed this ghostly warning and leave? This Nestcom accidentally caught what looks like a real-life Michael Myers trying to break into a house. At first glance, he looks like someone who just walked out of a Halloween party, dressed as Michael Myers himself. But here's the unsettling part. He's actually trying to get inside the house. He keeps testing the door, as if hoping it's unlocked. For God knows only why. Part of me wants to believe this is just some Halloween prank, but it could also be a disturbing attempt at a break-in with a terrifying disguise. Imagine Michael Myers lurking outside your door. No one wants to find out what he's after. How do you know if your house is haunted? Well, this video shows you one way to find out. Just record.
Okay, so it's doing it again. That switch down there is on. You can see it past my shaking. This one is on, okay? It's Mom. See what I mean? It's... You can hear it. Mom, nope.
He wanted proof, and it seems like the ghost wasn't about to let him down. Just as he called it out, the light switch flips, as if to say, "Yep, I'm here."
This one is on, okay? It's Mom. See what I mean? It's... You can hear it. Mom.
Sure, it looks like something straight out of a paranormal movie. But if we think logically, it could be a wiring issue. But then again, why did it happen right when he mentioned his house being haunted? So now he's faced with the big question. Should he call an electrician? Or a ghost exorcist? Tough call. We all know that one guy who takes pranks to the next level, just like these two creepy characters in a drive-thru. Talk about a nightmare scenario. Their bizarre and unsettling poses give off serious chills. According to the uploader, they sat like that for a full 10 minutes before finally breaking character, revealing it was all just a spooky season prank. You can see them twitching slightly, but in the blink of an eye, they freeze back into that eerie pose, complete with those unsettling grins. Honestly, if I saw them like that, I'd be hitting the gas and heading straight home. No takeout for me tonight. A student group was filming a short video for their project when the camera accidentally captured something that turned their clip into a horror movie. At first glance, everything seems pretty ordinary. Just students hanging out in the restroom, right? But let me slow down the video for you. What in the world is that? This footage was recorded at 7 p.m. in the women's restroom at SA College, and it captured this horrifying girl in a long white dress with flowing hair in the mirror. The group seems completely oblivious to her presence, but the camera caught it all. And here's the thing, she wasn't with the group. Who in the hell is she? Let me know in the comments if you would have said hi to her. Back in the early days of Earth, massive beasts roamed everywhere. Most of them are long gone, but not this one, captured right here on video.
That's a beast.
The cameraman and his family stumbled upon this massive creature resting in the swamp, and just watching it is terrifying enough. The swamp puppy even has its eyes wide open. It was awake, and one wrong move from the boat could have easily disturbed it. Who knows what could have happened to the family if it decided to react. This monstrous gator looks strong enough to flip the boat with just a swing of its tail. So be careful when traveling through these swamps. You never know what might be lurking just below the surface. Next, we have a homeowner's heart-stopping experience when he decided to check out strange sounds coming from his basement.
Hello? Oh my god!
Even the dog seems distressed, and it feels like someone, or something, is down there rummaging around. But then, the owner did something brave, or maybe crazy. He called out to whatever was down there.
Hello? Oh my god!
Thank goodness he didn't actually step into that darkness. As soon as he called out, something sprinted toward him, and his fast reflexes might have just saved him from whatever was lurking below. Now, some might say it could have been a stray animal, but let me tell you, animals don't run with that heavy human-like thud. That much I know for sure. This happened live on TV, and it left viewers wondering if a reporter on TV news might actually be a reptile.
Among Us. So I was just watching TV, I had taped it because I went to have a shower, come back and watch it, and I'm looking at this reporter and I noticed something about his eyes at the very last minute. You're about to see this. Just at the very end. It's coming up now. We're gonna see a second set of eyes. I don't know if this has been caught on TV before. Do you see that? Second set of eyes. I'm gonna go back and show it to you. She even looks a little bit shocked, like, what did I just see? I think she saw it too.
In this clip, the man explained what he just witnessed. But as the clip slows down, there it is. This guy might actually be a reptilian.
I'm gonna do it in slow-mo now. There we go. It's like he had eyes in between. In between those eyelids is another set of eyes. Can you see that? And the whites are bigger. The whites are very big.
You can see it for yourself. His eyes blink in a way that looks, well, not human. It could be a camera glitch, sure, but there's also a chance we're witnessing something straight out of a conspiracy theory, a real-life reptilian in disguise caught on camera. I've always hated dolls, and this next video shows exactly why.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my...
This thing looks like it's haunted by some kind of spirit or ghost. There's something undeniably creepy about seeing a lifeless object make these eerie, almost human-like movements. Some might say it could be the wind, but seriously, how on earth would a breeze lift the doll's leg like that? Sure, it could be strings tied to the doll's leg, but we can't spot a single string in this video. Honestly, my advice to the homeowner: pack up, leave the house, and on your way out, burn that doll to the ground. This next video from Reddit is a perfect reminder of why they say to always keep your distance from nature's wildness. That was way too close. If the man had been even a second slower, he might have ended up as the bear's next meal. And the attack was incredibly sneaky. See how it strolls over, not giving a single hint of aggression or its intention to attack. Then suddenly, it leaps. Thankfully, the guy escaped, and this video ended up on YouTube instead of some gore site. Lesson learned: always keep your distance from the wild. There's nothing special about a house chimney, except when it looks like it's shooting out a jet.
Что это, в планету идет куда-то? Ёбана рот. А, його. Что-то там не то.
This trail goes straight up into the sky, and it genuinely looks like it's coming right out of the chimney. It's so perfectly straight and clear.
Что там варят, нахуй? Что это, в планету идет куда-то? Ёбана рот. А, його. Что-то там не то.
To me, it almost seems like someone's testing a rocket inside the house, launching it through the chimney. Or maybe it's just clever camera alignment making it look that way. Either way, it feels like this household might be hiding a few secrets. Belgian Earth. The next story comes from a YouTuber named Phoenix, who runs a channel dedicated to capturing high-quality nature sounds. You'd think his work would be pretty peaceful, right? But this trip, not so much. For his very first adventure, Phoenix headed to a forest in Michigan. He was just setting up his equipment, casually recording the natural sounds around him, when suddenly he heard it. A scream. And not just any scream. Without a second thought, he grabbed his gear and bolted. Once he was back to safety, Phoenix shared his thoughts on the encounter. He swears that whatever made that sound isn't native to Michigan, hinting that it could have been a cryptid. One of those legendary creatures people only whisper about. According to him, it sounded like this thing was either furious, in pain, or both. Phoenix may have started his channel to capture the calming sounds of nature, but this experience, let's just say, it was anything but relaxing. Next up, we've got what people call the longest audio in the world. It was July 8th, 2012, out in the Sierras near Clipper Mills, California, when someone captured this sound. It's been shared around with claims that this is 100% real.
What is that?
Juno, stay here.
The weirdest part was the dogs. They'd been barking non-stop until that scream echoed through the forest, and then dead silence.
Crazy. That's no dog.
It's a bear.
Like they sensed something we couldn't. Animals, especially dogs, are said to have that sixth sense. And when even they go quiet, you know something isn't right.
What the fuck is that?
This scream went on for over 20 minutes. They were stuck in the middle of nowhere. A situation no one would like to be in, and with loud screams like that. This next one captured the moment when this man was just walking through a forest in the year 2020, and he suddenly heard this loud scream, which could almost be heard from miles away.
Green phosphor. Thin filmed. Green phosphor. Thin filmed.
The scream came out of nowhere, and the man was recording that at 1 in the morning, a time when you could almost expect 0 person around in a forest. If you thought that was creepy, then wait until you hear this one. This will leave you questioning every sound you hear in the woods. Crooked 16th, a YouTuber, was hiking down a small canyon near a highway in the Gila National Forest. He was recording a casual vlog, just chatting with his camera. Nothing out of the ordinary. But then, out of nowhere, he heard screaming. And not just from one direction. It started from his left, then his right. These screams seemed to echo from every side, like whatever was making them was surrounding him. And the creepiest part was that it almost sounded like the things were communicating with each other. The screams were unlike anything he'd heard before, closest to what's often described as a skinwalker's call, a horrifying sound that many believe belongs to these eerie, shape-shifting creatures. And with Gila National Forest having a history rooted in Native American tribes, some locals say it's exactly the kind of place where skinwalkers might roam. It's safe to say they left the forest with more questions than answers. But one thing's certain, he captured a moment on camera that still haunts his viewers.
And don't forget to subscribe for more terrifying cave encounters.